Yo, it's Dan, bro, on server 55. So, today I want to go over the state migration. It's been going on for a few days now in the group of servers I'm in, which is 49 to 64. It started on the 10th and it will end on the 17th. I'm not sure if after this ends, the next group begins, or if there's some time delay or whatever. But basically how this works is it'll give you a migration score. So mine is 19.1, which puts me in medium tier. But how it got this score, not exactly sure, but I was trying to reverse engineer it. I should say ChatGPT was trying to reverse engineer it, but you know, I was given the input. Basically, what it came up to was building power and tech power were the main contributors to the number, and then hero power and modified vehicle power were like secondary. You can't really change this number because troops do not affect this number, right? So the amount of troops you have do not affect this number. I'm not sure if the tier of troops affect it, but I know for sure you can't just kill off troops to try and reduce your number, right? That doesn't work like that. So the tiers, regular is 0 to 18 million, medium is 18 to 35, advanced is 35 to 65, and elite is 65 plus. And also depending on the tier is the migration cost. So you can buy any passes that you're missing or whatever. But yeah, the glory shop, if you're planning on migrating, you should be buying this every week before this migration even starts. So like I said with the migration cost, regular is 10, medium is 15, advanced is 20, and I assume elite is 25. I actually forgot to ask 69 that, but shout out to 69. He was helping me out. I'll go over the instructions now. So prep phase is the first phase. In this one, you can look at the other states and then contact the president if you're interested. So this is state 55, the one I'm in. And shout out to Macro. He's been dealing with all the applications and invitations and stuff like that. Then when phase 2 starts, this is when everybody can start migrating that wants to, of course, or has an invitation or application being accepted. And it says quota. Basically what the quota is the number. So regular gets the most amount of slots at 60, medium gets the second amount at 40, then there's only a little for advanced and elite, but yeah, only 1 elite and 5 advanced. And there's been a lot of whales moving around, but my friend LastZBrasil or Ze Pequeño, he's in my alliance. He made a video about that, so go check him out on YouTube, LastZBrasil, if you want to see, you know, the movements between 49 to 64. So then phase 3 is free migration. In this one, the regular identities can move freely without needing an invitation or application being accepted. But it needs to have a slot available. So like for state 55, no one can just freely come into 55 anymore because there's already 60 slots of it, used. And it says, note, during this phase, or phase 2, 3, the elite, advanced, and medium survivors may submit special immigration applications. Once approved, they will immigrate. The invitations and applications expire after 24 hours, and if rejected, it cannot be sent for 20 more minutes, right? So if you see it says 0, right? Or like 751. Once the president sends an invitation, it'll use up a slot. So if you send 60 invitations to regular, 40 invitations to medium, 5 invitations to advanced, and then 1 to an elite, it'll use up all the slots. And until they either accept or reject, then it'll update. But I mean, it takes 24 hours for them to expire. So if you're trying to migrate to a state and they don't have a slot available for you, maybe someone didn't accept an invitation and one will open up for you. That's just wishful thinking, but you can contact the president and ask him. I'm not too sure what this flourishing states is. I didn't really see a difference. But yeah, if you want to read that, you can read that. But these are the conditions. So first, you have to either receive an invitation or be accepted by application. Headquarters meets a required level. I'm actually not sure what the required level is. It might be like 20 or something. The headquarters is not in combat and has no outgoing troops, so you have to recall your troops. Not the president of any state. That would be kind of funny, a president trying to leave their own state. Have not migrated during this event period round. So once you leave, you can't leave again. Make sure you choose wisely. And not part of an alliance. So make sure if you're going to migrate, because the way this works, I'm pretty sure it's going to work the same way for every group of servers. This will begin on Monday, and then, I'm sorry, the phase 2 will begin on Monday. So you want to make sure you're not in the alliance that you're currently in before you move. That way you can score points in your new alliance, because as you know, the first alliance that you're in on the first day is the one that you're recording points for. But if you're not in that alliance, you're not actually giving them points either, so make sure you're free of an alliance on Sunday, and then into Monday you'll give points to that alliance that you join. And it's kind of funny I said the president couldn't move, right? But RKR had a farm as a president at one point. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the instructions and all that. Phase 2 will end soon, but we're pretty full already. And yeah, shout out to 69 once again. And we got some pretty strong people coming in. It's looking good. Also, 54 looks scary as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But not gonna go too much into all the moving around and stuff like that. Pretty much what I wanted to say was, if you want to move, make sure you move to a state that you're not going to regret, first of all. And just know that you might not be able to move from there again. But yeah, that's basically it. I also have a little thing I want to say if you're still listening. So I'll put a link in the description to this app I use. It's called FreeCash. So this is what it looks like, and I'll be brutally honest. And first of all, they're not sponsoring me, so don't get the wrong impression. But yeah, like I said, I'll be brutally honest. A lot of these rewards or offers, they're damn near impossible sometimes, or you'd have to spend money to actually progress in the reward thing. Um, let's see. Upgrade headquarters level 13 in 5 days. We'll give you $20. I'm not sure how possible that is. You'd have to Google it. That's what I always do. Like, before I take an offer, right? It says puzzles and survival. So I'll Google puzzles and survival free cash guide. And whatever pops up, you know, like most likely it's a Reddit thread or something. So just check what they say. If they say, hey, it's actually pretty good, I didn't have to spend much or whatever, or it's pretty good, I didn't even have to spend anything, then you know it's good. But there will be some that are like, yeah, that shit is impossible, bro. Don't even try. But the real reason I even say anything, first of all, I'll show you what I cashed out. So I did like an offer and I was able to cash out 18 Bitcoin and then 14 Bitcoin at one point. This $5 Google Play, do not cash out Google Play. This is giving me problems and it's not letting me use the $5. So it is what it is. I started using Bitcoin and it actually did send it to me. So I converted it to cash and then that's how I was able to buy a pack. But yeah, the Warrior Pass I was able to buy with that. I want to see if this works though. The referral program. If this works, I'll send money to whoever is my referral. So it says you'll get $5 as well, right? Just for signing up. And if I get up to 100, I'll be able to send you like 50. I'll send you half. Okay, maybe a little less than half because of transfer fees for Bitcoin, but you get the idea. I'll send you some and I'll screenshot how much they gave me for the referral so you know that I'm not just bullshitting. But yeah, it also depends on your location. So sadly, if you live in some random area, I'm sorry, I don't know a good example. But the best places that'll give you the most offers or the best offers would be the United States and I think parts of Europe. I'm not sure about anywhere else in the world, but I know for sure those two will give you good offers. So give it a try. I mean, like I said, just Google before you accept the offer, like the name of the game and then a free cash guide, and you'll probably find something about it. Like some of them, they look fun. Some of them are just like tedious, but yeah, let me know and peace.